Hi everyone, Susan Hammons with Sunset Code Group Real Estate Partners, brokered by eXp Realty. Hey, just thought I would come on here really quick and give you a little bit of an update. What is going on in the real estate market? What's going on with the mortgage and interest rates? What is the Fed getting ready to do? How's it going to affect you as a seller and as a buyer? That's what we're going to be talking about right now. So let's get to it. All right, have you noticed that life grew more expensive in 2021? If you didn't notice, you must be living underneath a rock, because it did. A combination of government aid, demands for goods, a bottlenecked supply chain has all increased the cost of everyday items, including housing. This is what we call inflation, and when inflation occurs, it literally means your hard-earned dollars, well, they just don't stretch quite as far as they used to. In 2021, inflation rose to a degree last seen in the 1980s. That's right, the 1980s. Some of the largest and most necessary living expenses actually cost 7% more at the end of 2021 than at the end of 2020. This included homes. In 2021, the median sale price for all houses sold in the United States reached $400,000 for the first time ever. That's up approximately $70,000 from 2020. So the nation's central bank, the Federal Reserve, has aims to combat inflation by pulling money out of the economy, increasing interest rates, and stopping printing money. Though the Federal Reserve has yet to act on this approach, mortgage interest rates have already risen in anticipation of the change. So according to the results of Freddie Mac's most recent primary mortgage market survey, the interest rate for a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage, averaging 3.55%, is up from 2.73% at this time last year. Mortgage rates surged through the beginning of 2022, and that's the highest point it's been in almost 2 years. Now, with the Federal Reserve tightening its monetary policies to offset the inflation, we may see this growth continue on into February, which we are now in. That's to be seen. Experts have been calling for rates to increase or to rise in their 2022 projections, and the forecast is now becoming a reality. Freddie Mac's projections for this year include quarter one of 2022, 3.4%, quarter two, 2022, 3.5%, quarter three of 2022, 3.6%, and quarter four of 2022, 3.7%. As the numbers show, this jump in rate is in line with those expectations from Freddie Mac. And what they also indicate is that the mortgage rates are projected to continue to climb throughout the year. However, yet others forecast that the interest rates will average 3.6% at the end of 2022, but in the year 2023, they'll be at 3.9%. Okay, so here's the million-dollar question. As a homeowner wanting to sell your home, should you be worried about rising mortgage rates? And what does that really mean for you? Well, as rates increase, even modestly, the increase can impact a buyer's monthly mortgage payment and overall affordability. That's the honest answer. Buyers could make the choice to wait it out and see what the rates do with less and less homes already on the market to choose from. The good news is, though, that even though rates are climbing, they're still actually very worth taking advantage of, and buyers need to understand this, and that historical data shows that today's rate is still well below the average for each of the last 5 decades. That means you still have a great opportunity to sell your home, and it's still a great opportunity for buyers to actually buy. Okay, so for buyers, You need to be pre-approved even before beginning to search. I'll talk more about this in another video to follow. But for buyers, even now, you're buying a home with a rate that's better than probably what your family members or even friends or colleagues have paid in decades past. So don't be afraid of the rate right now. If you buy a home while rates are in the mid-3s, your monthly mortgage payment gets locked in at that rate for the life of your loan. If you're financially ready and pre-approved now, it may be a great time for you to buy. Not only will buying today help you begin to build equity, a fixed rate mortgage can stabilize your monthly housing cost for the long term, even while other life expenses, well, sometimes they continue to rise. Remember, during the pandemic, housing costs increased in 2021 due to a combination of factors. Inflation mixed with a high demand of housing cost due to low rates and work from home arrangements and low housing supply. Rent also increased in 2021, though not to the same degree as home prices, but rents did increase 13.5% in 2021. But in our recent released 2022 multifamily outlook, forecast modest growth in the cost of rent at 3.6% for even 2022. Although rent and home prices are likely to remain expensive, there are advantages to buying a home today if you're ready. Rent typically increases between 3 to 5% each year, and though your landlord or management company may charge more demanding and more money based on the terms of your lease agreement. On the other hand, homeowners with fixed rate loans will see little to no change in their monthly housing cost over the life of their loan, something you need to talk about with your mortgage lender. You can be confident in knowing that your mortgage payments won't change much in the long term, even when life's other costs do go up. So you're saying to yourself, well, maybe new construction is the way to go since there's not a lot of pre-owned homes on the market right now. Well, not so fast. Unfortunately, the pandemic has exacerbated some ongoing issues in new construction. According to Freddie Mac research, there is a current deficit of 3.8 million homes. Well, it didn't all occur just because of the pandemic. So let me explain. The 3.8 million homes has occurred over time. So, 1, lumber prices have skyrocketed because of the pandemic. 2, labor has been seeing a massive shortage of construction workers that started after the Great Recession, actually. Yes, the Great Recession. So it started back then. And labor has been compounded by the extremely high prices of lumber and other materials that we're now seeing and are in turn affecting builders' requirements, their loan amounts to fund new construction specifically, increasing purchase prices on homes and negatively impacting affordability. Also, to add to that, there's current zoning laws, depending on where you live, that often mandate larger lot sizes for single-family construction, meaning that fewer houses now can be built on one location, as in the past. In certain areas, it was just the opposite of that. So some things have changed. Now, there have been promising signs in 2021, which saw 1.1 million single-family home starts. That's an 11% growth rate from 2020, making it one of the most prolific years since the Great Recession. So what do economists think about this? Well, here's some thoughts on the status of the 5 L's that economists talk about: labor, lending, laws, lots, and lumber, a term coined a few years ago by housing industry economist Dr. Robert Dietz, and what we might expect in the coming 2020 year and 2022, according to an article by Freddie Mac. Number 1, they are encouraging educational institutions and associations to continue to promote construction career choices, so we have more construction laborers. And lending and laws will see interest rates raising, that we've already talked about, based on the Fed's decisions, but they will still remain low if the Fed does go ahead and raise them like we believe they will. Number 3, supply chain issues port closures, labor and material shortages, those continue. However, some builders are working around this by limiting sales on lots monthly, hoping that this may level off as we put the pandemic further behind us. And as sawmills reopen and lumber production ramps back up, hopefully material cost will continue to decrease. May not go as low as it once was, but hopefully it will decrease and become more affordable. However, keep in mind, steel is a consideration for building material, and they are using it. Okay, so should you sell your home now or consider buying one? The answer is yes. As a seller, buyers are still looking for homes, and it is likely that you receive multiple offers on your home, giving you the opportunity to get top dollar. And if you're a buyer, well, buying now may present multiple issues where you have to present multiple offers on a property so that you win one. If you work with someone who knows what they're doing, you may not have to put in multiple offers. You may get it won the first time. There's not a lot of inventory to choose right now from, and it's a great way, if you're a buyer, to invest in yourself, create equity, protect yourself from rising cost and future rate increases. If you're renting, well, you're also securing your payment amount for the long run. Sellers, buyers are looking for homes. We need homes on the market. Is it a good time to sell? I would tell you yes, if selling is your goal, considering everything that's going on. Is it a good time to buy? I would also tell you yes. Contact a reliable realtor, talk over the current market situation with them. Look at someone who understands what's going on in the market, the challenges that are out there, and can help you navigate through all of it. I'd be happy to talk with you and to help you. So if you're getting ready to sell your home, let's get you started to getting your goal accomplished. My next YouTube video is going to give you my top 5 tips to help you begin to get your home ready to sell. And I have a free checklist to help you prepare your home to sell. If you are looking to buy, give me a call. I'll walk you through the steps that you need to do in order to buy. We'll look at pre-qualification, look at pre-approval with a lender, and then we'll get you ready to start going through the steps, looking for a wonderful home, and then getting a home contract written up and get it submitted to a seller and see if we can get a home.